Good morning everyone and welcome to our final presentation. My name is Duong and today I am here with my partner Nguyet. We are delighted to present our topic: how technology is transforming transaction processing. Now, let's begin. Imagine this is Monday morning and you are on your way to university or work and stop to buy a cup of coffee. You tap your phone and within 1 second, the payment is complete. Simple, right? Now imagine the opposite. You tap your phone, but nothing happens. You try it again. The screen freezes, and people behind you begin waiting. Suddenly, buying a simple cup of coffee becomes frustrating. The difference between these two situations is only a few seconds. But for businesses, those few seconds can have a huge impact. Today, speed is no longer just about convenience. It is an essential part of the customer experience. And that's why today's presentation is called When 1 Second Matters: The Invisible Innovation Behind Digital Payments. In this presentation, we will explore how innovation has transformed digital payments, why businesses continue investing in payment technology, the benefits and challenges they bring, and what companies should do to keep innovating successfully. Before discussing innovation, let's look at how payment methods have evolved. Many years ago, almost every transaction was made with cash. People had to carry money, wait for change, and businesses spent time handling cash every day. Later, debit and credit cards became popular because they were more convenient and secure. As technology advanced, online banking, contactless cards, and mobile wallets transformed the payment experience. Today, many people no longer carry cash. Instead, they pay with smartphones, smartwatches, or QR codes. According to World Pay Global Payments Report, digital wallets are now one of the fastest growing payment methods and have become the preferred choice in many countries. This evolution shows that innovation is not just about creating new technology. It is about solving problems and improving customer experiences. Every new payment method was designed to make transactions faster, easier, and safer. However, businesses still face several important challenges. The first one is changing customer expectations. Today, customers expect payments to be almost instant. Research from the Baymont Institute shows that a complicated checkout process is one of the main reasons customers abandon online purchases before completing payment. The second challenge is security. As digital payments become more common, cyber criminals are becoming more sophisticated. Businesses must protect customers while keeping payments fast and convenient. The third challenge is competition. Customers have many choices, so if one payment platform is slow or unreliable, they can easily switch to another. And as a result, businesses must compete not only through products and prices, but also through the payment experience they provide. Unfortunately, these challenges also create opportunity. Companies that innovate successfully can improve customer satisfaction, build loyalty, and strengthen their competitive advantage. Today, companies are no longer asking, how can we create new technology? Instead, they ask, how can we make paying so simple that customers hardly notice it? And the question leads us to the next part of our presentation, where we will explore the key innovations transforming digital payments today.
Okay, now that we understand why innovation has become necessary, the next question is, how have businesses actually responded to these challenges? The answer is through continuous innovation. When people hear the word innovation, they often imagine something completely new or revolutionary. However, in business, innovation is not always about inventing a brand new product. Sometimes it is about improving an existing process to make it faster, simpler, or more valuable. Digital payments are a perfect example of this. Most payment innovations are almost invisible to customers. People simply enjoy a smoother experience without realizing how much innovation is happening behind the scenes. Today, we will look at 4 innovations that have transformed digital payments. The first innovation is digital wallets. Think about how people paid 10 years ago. Most customers needed to carry a wallet containing cash or several bank cards. But today, many people leave home carrying only their smartphone. Applications such as Apple Pay, Google Pay, or Samsung Wallet allow users to store payment cards digitally and complete transactions with a single tap. For customers, the biggest advantage is convenience. There is no need to search for cash or insert a card into a payment terminal. The payment is completed quickly. For businesses, digital wallets reduce waiting times and improve the overall customer experience. This may seem like a small improvement, but in business, every second matters. A faster checkout process means happier customer, shorter queues, and in many cases, higher sales. This demonstrates that successful innovation is not always about creating something dramatic. Sometimes it is about making everyday activities easier. The second innovation is contactless payments. Today, tapping a card or smartphone has become so common that most of us hardly think about it anymore. But this simple action represents a major innovation in payment technology. Instead of inserting a card or entering a PIN for every transaction, customers can simply tap and go. Although the time saved may only be a few seconds, imagine this happening thousands of times every day in supermarkets, coffee shops, or train stations. Those few seconds become hours of saved time. Businesses benefit because they can serve more customers efficiently. Customers benefit because the payment process feels quick and effortless. Again, this is invisible innovation. The technology is complex, but the customer experience feels incredibly simple. Our third innovation is tokenization. Unlike digital wallets or contactless payments, customers rarely know this technology exists. In fact, that is exactly why it is called invisible innovation. Traditionally, every payment involves transmitting a customer's actual card number. This creates security risks because sensitive information could potentially be stolen. Tokenization solves this problem. Instead of sending the real card number, the payment system creates a unique digital token that represents the card. Even if someone intercepts this token, it cannot be used to make another payment. Very interesting, right? As a result, customers enjoy stronger security without changing the way they pay. This is an excellent example of innovation creating value without adding complexity. Customers do not need to learn anything new, just the security becomes better. Finally, we have AI, very popular nowadays. Many people associate AI with chatbots or virtual assistants. However, one of its most valuable applications is actually invisible. Every second, millions of payment transactions happen around the world. It would be impossible for humans to monitor all of them. This is where AI becomes extremely valuable. AI systems continuously analyze payment patterns and identify unusual behaviors in real time. For example, Imagine that your card is normally used in Ho Chi Minh City. Suddenly, a transaction appears from another country only a few minutes later. AI immediately recognizes that something is unusual and can temporarily block the transaction while asking for verification. Without AI, detecting this type of fraud would take much longer. For businesses, this means lower financial losses. For customers, it means greater confidence in digital payments. Once again, the innovation itself is invisible. Customers simply feel that their payments are secure. Looking at these four innovations together, we can see an important pattern. Digital wallets improve convenience, contactless payments improve speed, tokenizations improve security, and AI improves trust. Each innovation solves a different business problem, but together they create a payment experience that is faster, safer, and more reliable. This is why digital payments have become one of the strongest examples of business innovation today. Innovation is not only about creating new technology, it is about solving problems, improving customer experience, and creating value for everyone involved. And this naturally leads us to the next section, where we will discuss the benefits that these innovations bring to businesses and customers.
Okay, let's continue. Now that we have explored the major innovations behind digital payments, the next question is, why do businesses continue investing billions of dollars in payment innovation every year? The answer is simple. Innovation creates value, not only for customers, but also for businesses, financial institutions, and society. Let's begin first with customers, okay? The most obvious benefit is really convenience. People today live busy lives and want services that save time and effort. Digital payment innovation allows customers to complete transactions in seconds, whether they are buying coffee, shopping online, or booking a flight. They no longer need to carry cash or remember long card numbers. However, convenience alone is not enough. Customers also expect security. Technologies such as tokenization and AI fraud detection help protect personal and financial information. Although most customers may not understand how these technologies work, they value the confidence they provide. When people trust the payment system, they are more likely to use it again. Now, let's look at the business perspective. For businesses, a payment innovation is more than a technological upgrade. It directly improves performance. Imagine an online store where customers spend several minutes completing a payment. Some will lose patience and leave before finishing the purchase, a problem known as cart abandonment. By making payments faster and simpler, businesses can increase completed purchases and boost sales. Innovation also improves operational efficiency. Contactless payments reduce queue in supermarkets and restaurants, allowing employees to spend less time processing payments and more time serving customers. At the same time, smooth payment experiences encourage customer loyalty, giving business a stronger competitive advantage. Innovation also creates significant value for financial institutions. Banks and payment providers process millions of transactions every day. AI helps detect suspicious transactions in real time, while tokenization protects sensitive payment information. Automation reduces manual work and improves efficiency. Together, these technologies reduce fraud and enable faster, more reliable services. In today's competitive financial market, Innovation has become essential for long-term success. Finally, innovation also benefits society as a whole. Digital payments support, economic growth by making financial services more accessible. Small businesses can accept digital payments without expensive infrastructure, while governments can encourage financial inclusion through secure digital transactions. Do you remember during the COVID-19 pandemic, digital payments also reduce physical contact and support online businesses, demonstrating their value beyond individual or company. So, what can we learn from these examples? Innovation is not simply about introducing new technology, it is about creating value. For customers, it provides convenience and trust. For businesses, it improves efficiency, sales, and customer loyalty. For financial institutions, it strengthens security and performance. And for society, it supports economic development and financial inclusion. These benefits explain why innovation continues to shape the future of digital payments. However, no innovation is perfect. Every innovation also creates new risks and responsibilities. So, in the next section, we will examine the key challenges businesses must address while continuing to innovate.
As you know, no innovation is perfect. Every innovation is also create new risks and new responsibilities. So, in this section, we will examine the key challenges that businesses must address while continuing to innovate. And one of the biggest concerns is cybersecurity. As more transactions move online, cyber criminals continue to develop more sophisticated attacks. Payment providers must constantly improve their security system to stay ahead of these threats. Another challenge is data privacy. Every digital payment generates valuable customer information. Businesses must ensure that this data is collected, stored, and used responsibly. A single data breach can seriously damage customer trust and a company's reputation. The third challenge is digital inclusion. Although digital payments are becoming more popular, not everyone has equal access to smartphones, reliable internet connections, or banking services. This means businesses and governments must ensure that innovation benefits everyone. And finally, innovation must comply with changing regulations. Financial institutions need to balance three important goals: providing a seamless customer experience, maintaining high security standards, and complying with legal requirements. So now, how can businesses continue innovating successfully? We have 4 recommendations. First, businesses should continue investing in customer-centered innovation. Technology should always solve real customer problems rather than simply introducing new features. Innovation should make life easier, not more complicated. Second, security should remain a top priority. Technology such as AI and tokenization should continue to evolve to protect customers against increasingly sophisticated cyber threats. Third, collaboration is essential. Banks, fintechs, companies, payment providers, and regulators should work together to build secure and efficient payment ecosystems. And finally, businesses should continuously adapt to changing customer expectations. Now, before we finish, let's return to the question we asked at the beginning. Why does 1 second matter? It matters because today's customers expect every payment to be fast, simple, and secure. Behind that 1 second is years of continuous innovation. Throughout this presentation, we have seen that innovation is much more than developing new technology. Innovation means identifying problems, creating better solutions, and delivering greater value. Digital wallets, contactless payments, technology, tokenization, and AI are not successful because they are advanced technologies. They are successful because they improve people's everyday lives. For businesses, innovation creates competitive advantage. For customers, it creates convenience and confidence. And these are resources we used for our presentation and research. Thank you very much for your attention. We would be happy to answer any questions.